everybody, thanks a lot for joining me. I'm going to be reviewing the newest palette from the Balm. This is called How About Them Apples, and as you can see there's kind of a pin-up girl there. You know, she's just chilling with her dog, her apple pie, and her basket full of apples. This is a cheek and lip cream palette, and it's $32. Now you may notice there's like a little apple design around each of the blushes. Well, heck, that's probably not the only thing you're noticing about this packaging. You've got some like little countrymen here with each of them. It just goes right along the lines of the Balm's packaging. You know, they're always working in something a little bit funny. Got cider, cobbler, pie, crisp, candy, and caramel. This one is cider. That's kind of like the lightest, most neutral. It's like a really soft peach. The next one is pie. This is kind of like a corally pink. The next one is candy, and that one's like a little bit more of a true pink. Then cobbler is your red. It blends out to be kind of just a classic rosy color. Next is crisp. This is the only one with shimmer. I think of it as kind of a coral with golden shimmer. Caramel is kind of like a deep, almost neutral type shade, maybe a little mauve in that. I'm thinking of something like Benetint or something like that. You know, you put it on your cheeks, and if you leave it there for a couple seconds, it's already set in. I just want to show you how these can still sheer out. You don't have to work with them super quickly. Something that really makes or breaks a cream blush for me is the texture. If it's going to be something that I put on my cheeks and it remains really sticky feeling, or it seems to have just so much moisture to it, it's not usually going to be something that I enjoy wearing very much, and definitely not something that I want to wear on its own, because I do get concerned about that transferring off easily. So I think when a blush, a cream blush, tends to be a little bit more like a cream to powder texture, I think it can be usually easier to blend in and just mesh with the rest of your makeup look a little easier if you've already put on, you know, a foundation, a powder, and whatever. The texture on these, I would definitely not describe it as totally cream to powder, but yet once you blend them out on your cheeks, they don't feel sticky or moist at all. They really seem to just take on like the texture of your skin, if that makes sense. As I've been testing out this palette, I've been sure to wear these without topping it with any sort of powder blush, and I have had really good luck with them. I used my e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush, which I think is a great tool to use with cream blushes. I mean, you could get these on with your finger, but that brush just makes it so easy, and it's just such a lightweight touch on your skin. You don't feel like you're messing up your foundation that you might have underneath. So I just dab into the shade that I want, and then I kind of like to start stippling the color onto my cheeks, and then do a very light kind of circular motion just to really make sure I've got it blended out. If you really try to stay away from any sort of a powdery looking finish on your skin, using a cream blush is a good way to do that. So these are all plenty colorful. I like the texture, I like the staying power. Here's a very cool pink. This is Down Boy from the Balm, and I just wanted to show you how, you know, none of these shades get toward this color. If this is the kind of blush shade you like to wear most of the time on your cheeks, see how all of these are a lot warmer than that, so I just want you to be aware of that. Just like I said, they don't leave any moisture on your cheeks. Same goes for the lips. They do have kind of a dry feel and sort of a matte appearance. I have mostly the candy shade, and then I added a little bit of cobbler too, and I put a little bit of that like kind of on the outside just to sort of, you know, show how you can switch up the colors a little bit by blending them together. The slight dryness that these have will kind of make lines or cracks in your lips a little more visible, but I would say I'm most likely to reach for this as a blush product. But if you know that you don't use a lot of your cream blushes very often, or you just don't prefer them over a powder, you're probably not going to want to spend $32 on a 6-color palette. You're better off with maybe just going to the drugstore and getting like one Maybelline Master Glaze stick to have on hand for occasional use rather than investing in a full palette's worth. If cream blush is something you enjoy, if you like the kind of freshness that it gives your cheeks as opposed to using a powder, check it out. I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all with the textures or the staying power. On contact, they don't really like set into your skin immediately, but these have been on my hand for about 15 minutes, and even as I rub over them, you know, I think I might be like lightening up the colors a little bit, and this is with a lot of pressure, but they still are, you know, kind of hanging on there. But that's how I feel about this palette. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.